माधव कुंज बिहारी जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंसपदिकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर इस डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरण भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शीला प्रभुपाद की इस ISKCON फाउंडर आचार्य इस डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शील प्रभुपाद की गौर भक्त वृंद की ऑल ग्लोरीज टू असेंबल डिवोटीज ऑल ग्लोरीज टू असेंबल डिवोटीज ऑल ग्लोरीज टू असेंबल डिवोटीज all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः. हरे कृष्णा. रीडिंग फ्रॉम भागवतम 3rd canto chapter 13th verse 13th, chapter named the appearance of Varahadev, verse 13th. Yesham natushta bhagavan yajna lingo janardanaha yadat yesham shrama ya aparthaya यद आत्मा नाद्रता स्वयं येषां न तुष्ट भगवान् यज्ञालिंगो जनार्दनः तेषां श्रमो हि अपार्थाय यदात्मा नाद्रता स्वयं येषां न तुष्टो भगवान् यज्ञालिंगो जनार्दनः तेषां श्रमो हि अपार्थाय यदात्मा नार्दथा स्वयं. येषां न तुष्टो भगवान् यज्ञलिंगो जनार्दन तेषां श्रमो हि पार्थाय यदात्मा नादथ स्वयं. येषां न तुष्टो भगवान् यज्ञालिंगो जनार्दन तेषां श्रमो हि पार्थाय यदात्मा नार्दथा स्वयं. येषां न तुष्टो भगवान् यज्ञलिंगो जनार्दन तेषां श्रमो हि पार्थाय Yadatmanadritam swayam. Word to word translation. Esham, of those with whom, na, never, tushta, satisfied, Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead, Yajnalinga, the form of sacrifice, Janardanaha, Lord Krishna, or the Vishnu Tattva, Tesham, of them, Shamaha, labor, he, certainly, Aparthaya, without profit, Yad, because, Atma, the Supreme Soul, Na, not, Adrataha, respected, Swayam, his own self. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Janardana, Lord Krishna, in the form to accept all the results of sacrifice. If he is not satisfied, then one's labor for advancement is futile. He is the ultimate self, and therefore one who does not satisfy him certainly neglects his own interest. Purport. Brahma is deputed as the supreme head of universal affairs, and he in his turn deputes Manu and others as charge the affair of the material manifestation. But the whole show is for the satisfaction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Brahma knows how to satisfy the Lord, and similarly persons engaged in the line of Brahma's plan of activities also know how to satisfy the Lord. The Lord is satisfied by the process of devotional service, consisting of the ninefold process of hearing, chanting, etc. It is in one's own self-interest to execute prescribed devotional service, and anyone who neglects this process neglects his own self-interest. Everyone wants to satisfy his senses, but above the senses is the mind. Above the mind is the intelligence. Above the intelligence is the individual self, and above the individual self is the supreme self. Above even the supreme self, above even the super self is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu Tattva. The primeval Lord and the cause of all causes is Sri Krishna. The complete process of perfection, of perfectional service, is to render service for the satisfaction of the transcendental senses of Lord Krishna, who is known as Janardanaha. Om Ajnanatirmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakkamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishnaya Vasudevaya, Hare Paramatmane, Pranatakleshanashaya, Govindaya Namo Namah. Hare Krishna. Seek for blessings of all the Vaishnavas assembled here, especially our senior God brothers and God sisters. So, today we are reading from this chapter, Appearance of Lord Varahadev. Lord Brahma is telling Manu this. Actually, Brahma is very happy and satisfied by the prayers of Swayambhu, Manu and Saturupa. And then he is glorifying the Lord. Brahma is telling that the purpose of all this creation or progeny, praja, is for the satisfaction and satisfaction of the Lord. Otherwise, everything you do in this material world, every advancement is futile. So basically, Brahma is saying that it is the ultimate, it is for the benefit of ultimate self. And therefore, one who does not satisfy Supreme Personality of Godhead certainly neglects his own self-interest. So basically, the whole show is for the satisfaction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Janardana. Janardana is one who keeps people, or one who protects everyone. Jana is people or humanity at large, and Ardhana is one who protects everyone from evil. Or one more reason is one who is worshipped. One who is worshipped as Vishnu, Krishna, Hari, Narayana, Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, Krishna Surya Saman, Maya Haya Andhakar. Jahan Krishna taha nahi Mayara Adhikar. So, wherever there is sunlight, wherever there is Krishna, wherever there is Surya, sun, so there is no darkness. Similarly, wherever there is Krishna, there is no influence of external energy or external energy of the Lord. So all the, miseries mitigate wherever there is Krishna. So here it is said that Manu and others are given the charge, the affair of this material manifestation. Because the administration delegated of cosmic manifestation is in the Vedic cosmology is very difficult. It is not so easy. So here it is like given to Manu. Actually, it was given to Brahma, and Brahma in turn gives it to Manu. So it means that Manu and other Prajapatis act as agents or managers under a higher authority. So it is that it reflects, that this material manifestation, the physical universe of the temporary manifestation created by Lord Vishnu, are managed by Brahma. But it's a hierarchy. Brahma is the supreme head of this universal affair. And he deputes Manu. Swayam, specifically this Manvantara is Swayambhu Manu. And other similar administrators like Prajapati to manage the day-to-day affair of this universe. So we have to understand, the summary is that, Manu is appointed as manager, handling the creation and maintenance of the material world under the direction of Brahma. But basically, the ultimate purpose is for the pleasure of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The ultimate purpose is for the pleasure of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we have to, it is difficult to understand because we are still engaged in all our sense pleasure. Bhagavad Gita, it is said, Bhoktaram Yagyatapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwara Srudam Sarvabhutanam Gyatvam Mam Shantim Richati. So a person's consciousness actually is to know the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And the beneficiary of all the sacrifices is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. or even the demigods and all the benefactors and all the well-wishers of all living entities. So when you do that, you attain peace and you get relief from the pangs of material miseries. So actually we have made so much advancement in the name of economic development, this and that. But everybody is miserable here. They try to be happy. All the endeavor is to become happy. But then, basically, whatever you endeavor, you should achieve. But somehow in this material world, whatever you endeavor to be happy, but you are never happy. But we like to be smiling every time. But still, we are not happy here. So, I was hearing one lecture of His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. So, he was saying, all this material advancement is to just pacify us. But actually, we are like those vultures who are flying very high. But the whole focus is on the dead corpse. So their focus is where to find a dead corpse and come and take it away and enjoy it. Similarly, in this material world, we have made good progress in a material sense. But the whole focus is purely sense gratification. And that is the reason we are miserable. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto matta smritir jnanam apohanam cha vedesha sarver ahameva vedyo vedanta krit veda videha chaham. So it is, Krishna is there, Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto. Krishna is seated in everybody's heart. Matta smritir jnanam apohanam cha. He gives remembrance, knowledge and forgetfulness. Everything is given by Krishna. Vedesha sarve rahameva vedyo. The essence of all Vedas is to know Krishna. Vedanta krit veda videha chaham. So actually it is the compiler of all the Vedas and he is the knower of all the Vedas. Actually once Srila Prabhupada was saying that Krishna is achintya. You cannot understand Krishna. So one devotee asked Srila Prabhupada, then why all these scriptures and so many sadhana and all this, why this is done? So he said, yes, you must read all the scriptures and you will be convinced that Krishna is achintya. So basically the purpose is different. So here Srila Prabhupada is saying, Brahma is telling, the purpose of everything is to satisfy Krishna. And satisfying Krishna is actually in our self-interest. Now basically we speak of being selfish if we do something for our self-interest. But here it is a little different. Here serving Krishna and serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead, offering everything, all our senses at the lotus feet of the Lord is in our self-interest. Because that is the only way you can be satisfied here in this material world. And the purpose of whole material creation is for the pleasure of Krishna. And the purpose of everything Srila Prabhupada or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to propagate this love of Krishna, Krishna Prem. Otherwise, they had nothing to do here in this material world. So basically, of course, even Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Maya dakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam henu nanena kaunteya hetu lanena kaunteya jagat viparivartate. Saying this whole material nature, which is my energy, Maya dakshena prakriti. Everything works under my direction. So producing, all moving and non-moving beings are under Krishna's rule of manifestation. But unfortunately, few of us don't understand this. So next sloka, Krishna says, Avajananti ma mudha. Foolish people deride me. When I descend, they consider me as ordinary. Manushim tanu mashrita, when I take a human form. Param bhavam ajananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. Then Krishna goes to say that Moghasha moga karmano moga jnana vichetasaha rakshashim asurim chaiva prakritim mohini sthitaha. So all those who are bewildered and are attracted by the demoniac and atheistic views, they are miserable here. All their knowledges are defeated. So here it is very interesting to understand who are the people who will understand Krishna. So then Krishna goes to say that Mahatmanastu Mam Partha Daivim Prakriti Mashritaha. All those Mahatmas who have taken shelter of the divine energy of the Lord. Daivim Prakriti Mashritaha. Bhajanta Ananya Manaso Gyatva Bhutadim Avyayam. Such souls who are fully engaged in devotional service. They know who I am, my original form, and what is inexhaustible. So then he says, how are these Mahatmas engaged? Satatam kirtayanto mam idantascha dridhavrataha namaschantascha mam bhakta nitya yukta upasate. They are always chanting my name, my glories, endeavoring with great determination, bowing down before me. These great souls perpetually worship me. So Krishna is telling everywhere this, and even Srila Prabhupada said this. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in this age of Kali. Actually, after Manvantara avatar, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears in the same Manvantara avatar as Krishna appears. So, Brahma knows how to satisfy. It is the purpose. Srila Prabhupada says, Brahma knows how to satisfy Krishna. And all the descendants of Brahma also know how to satisfy Krishna. So basically, big yagyas are performed, sacrifices are performed. And Brahmanas are performing these sacrifices. And others are just sitting and watching. So it is just by blessings of Brahmanas, maybe we can purify ourselves. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came with a different mission altogether. He wanted to give this love of Godhead, Krishna Prem, to everybody. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Daya Karo More. Tuma bina ke dayalu jagata samsare. So Shri Krishna Chaitanya appeared because there is nobody more merciful than Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Daya Karo More, Tuma bina ke dayalu jagata samsare. Patita pavana hetu tava avatar. Your appearance is only for patita pavana hetu. It is just to shower your mercy on the most fallen. So sometimes when devotees go and preach, people say that we are not qualified. So then it is for the most unqualified people. So this whole process, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, is all those people who were disqualified, who were unqualified. So the most unqualified you are, so most eligible you are in this age of Kali to follow the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission. So Srila Prabhupada actually went to the West and he preached in the Bauris, where they had rejected the whole material luxuries and all those people who had renounced everything in the sense, in the external sense. But basically the whole focus was just sense enjoyment. So this whole process is for most fallen conditioned souls. Matirna Krishna, in Prahlad Maharaj says, Matirna Krishna, Parato Satova. So if you don't have Krishna in your Matir, if you are not thinking of Krishna, and if you are just engaged in uncontrolled sense gratification, Mito bhibyate graha vratanam, adanta gobi vishatat tamishram, punas charvita charvananam. So you are just engaged in chewing the chewed. Initially when I came a few years back to Krishna consciousness, the first sloka I heard was this. Bhakti Rasamrit Swami, that then His Grace Devamrit Prabhu, His Holiness Bhakti Rasamrit Swami was giving his class, Wednesday class here. And he spoke this verse. And he gave two examples in this class, on this verse. He said one example was of sugarcane. Sugarcane juice, all the sugar is removed and that busa, junk is thrown and flies come and suck on those thrown away stuff. Because there is nothing, no juice in it. But still the flies try to get some sugar out of it, get some juice out of this. And then he gave another example of the goat being cut. And there was other goats which are behind in the line of that sacrifice. So then what happens? But the other goat which is behind, he is not understanding that front goat, what is happening with him. He is just busy eating grass. So after hearing that class, I got agitated. And I didn't know why he's saying this. This is what happens with materially conscious people. You get agitated with all this when you are called a fly or a goat. So then I went to Maharaj and I asked him, like, so I was in a very challenging mood those days. I'm still, but then I went and I asked him, do you all follow whatever you all spoke, whatever you spoke? It was very challenging. So I was expecting two answers, yes or no. So if it is yes, I would have said, I was contemplating what to say. If it would have said yes, I would have said, you are just lying. It is not possible to follow all this. And if you would have said no, I would have said, then why are you talking all these big things? So I went to Maharaj and I asked him this question, and he said, he didn't say yes, nor did he say no. So he was much more intelligent. So he said, you please keep coming and you experience for yourself if we are following or we are not following. Bhakti Rasamrita Swami ki jai. So then, of course, so this association of devotees is magnanimous. They are just coming and giving us their mercy. So here in the verse, Srila Prabhupada is saying that Navavidha Bhakti is the only process where you can achieve this pure Krishna Prem. So even Prahlad Maharaj prays, Shavanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. So, Shravanam, just by hearing. So we have a lot of examples in the Shastras. Parikshit Maharaj is one example. Just by hearing, he perfected his life. Kirtanam, Sukdev Goswami, just by speaking Bhagavatam, he perfected his life. Shravanam, Smaranam is Prahlad Maharaj, just by remembering. So that is hope. Wherever you are, just by remembering Krishna, you can perfect your life. You don't need to do any sacrifice or any big things. Wherever you are, housewife, you are a businessman, you are a MNC worker. So wherever you are, you can just remember Krishna and perfect your life. Just by remembering Krishna. Shavanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam. Pada Sevanam is done by Mother Lakshmi, Lakshmi Devi. Archanam was done by Prithu Maharaj. Archanam, Vandanam was done by Akrur. Akrur started worshipping, glorifying Krishna when he came to take Krishna from Vrindavan to Mathura. And then Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam. Dasyam, the most famous, Hanumanji. Dasyam, Sakyam, Arjun. Arjun is Sakyam. Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. Bali Chakravarti. Atmanivedanam is Bali Chakravarti. And I think Ambarish Maharaj did all the 9. So like that, Navavidha Bhakti is the only hope for all of us. So Dasyam is Hanuman. So I was just thinking, when I was discussing with our Rudranath Prabhu, he always tricks me. So I was asking him what we should speak on Dasyam. So he gave me one chapter of, what is that? Adi Leela, 6th chapter. Advaita Acharya is glorifying what is Dasyam, what is servitude. So of course, when we hear this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the most magnificent incarnation. When he was traveling to South India, he went to a Brahman's house. So the Brahman served him. Of course, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would not eat anywhere, only a Brahman's house or a Vaishnava's house. So when he went to this Brahman's house, this Brahman was chanting Ram, Ram, Ram. So South India, normally people are chanting Ram, Ram. or they are Tarkwadis or like that. So he was chanting Ram, 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 and he would not speak. He realized that he would not speak anything else. He would not waste his time in speaking prajalpa or nonsense. So even while having prasad, if he wanted more, he would say Ram, 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 like that. So he would not say all the conversation was just Ram, 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 nothing else. So Chaitanya Babu had prasad there, stayed there, and then next day he went for his tour ahead. And then while coming back, he came by the same route. So again he got very attracted to this Brahmana. So again he came to that Brahmana's house. So when he came back, he realized this Brahmana was chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, how come you are chanting Hare Krishna? You are Ram Bhakt. So he said, yes, I am very attracted to Ram. I am Ram Bhakt. And I was always chanting the names of Lord Ram. Because Ram is my Ishtadev. And then he said, but after you came, I started chanting Hare Krishna. So he said, what happened? Well, no, I know Ram is Param Satya. I know Krishna is Param Satya. I have read all this. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then what happened? What changed everything? So then nothing changed. I know both are same. I worship both of them. I always knew Krishna's name. I could chant Krishna's name. But before I came into this, in material profession, I was a collector. So I like to collect things. So I would collect from all the scriptures, glorification of the holy name. What a beautiful hobby of collection. Now people have this hobby of collection. You collect stamps, you collect coins, and you collect so many things. Notorious people collect guns and knives. So we have a lot of hobby of collection people have. But he said, my hobby is collection of the glories of the holy name from the scriptures. And then I realized that you are non-different than Krishna. You are Krishna himself who has come as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Otherwise this change would have never happened in me. See Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki. So then again on his way, he met some Buddhist. So he had debate with them and he defeated them. So when you are defeated, your ego is hurt. So they were hurt. So that Buddhist wanted to kill Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He said, enough is enough. So he could not accept that defeat. So how to kill? So they offered him prasad, bhoga, food. So they poisoned the food or meat. Meat also is like poison, no? Having meat. So it is like they wanted downfall of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So they came, offered him food. They came with the tali, disciples of that Buddhist. So suddenly a big bird came and took away that plate. Garodji or I don't know, some big bird came and took away the plate and threw it. And the plate fell on that Buddhist. And the Buddhist fainted on the spot. When the Buddhist fainted, all their disciples, please save our Guru, save our Guru, save our Guru. So they came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, just chant the holy name into his ears. So they all started chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And that Buddhist suddenly woke up and he surrendered to Krishna. He fell at the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So similarly, the Brahman also completely fell at the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we understand this is just servitude to Krishna. And servitude to Krishna is the only hope that is in our self-interest. Others, everything is in the interest of our senses. Nothing beyond our senses. Like Srila Prabhupada says in the purport also, the whole endeavor is to please the senses. Better than pleasing the senses is the mind, intellectual level, mind and intelligence. Better than pleasing the mind and the intelligence is super soul. Sorry, Atma, Paramatma, your own soul. Better than that is super soul, and then Vishnu Tattva, and then Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. So in self-interest, there is only one activity, that is servitude. When you serve the great Vaishnavas and Supreme Personality of Godhead, our Chaitanya, Advaita Acharya actually prayed because of the degradation of the material world. He prayed offering tulsi and water to Shaligram, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. So of course, Rudanath Prabhu instructed me to speak on this. So this sixth chapter, Adi Leela, this glorification is there. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, of course, material world, we have to follow material etiquette. So out of material etiquette, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to offer obeisances and respects to Advaita Acharya because he was elder by age. But Advaita Acharya always knew Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Supreme Personality of Godhead. He was aware of it, and he would not like this glorification. So here, this whole chapter is 120 verses. So of course we cannot read 120 verses. We'll just read few verses from here. So this Adi Leela 6.44, of course 6.42 says that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, however, considered Advaita Acharya as senior master, and he would worship him as a servant. But he forgets himself in the joy of that conception and teaches all living entities, you are servants of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Advaita Acharya would not accept that worship. Even though he was elder, he knew that we have to become servants of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So then he starts glorifying this servitude, emotion of servitude, it is called, emotion of servitude. Normally in the material world, servant matlab, you feel that is the lowest position. But in the spiritual world, servant is the highest position. In the mood of service, if you are in the mood of servitude, that is perfection of your life. So here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Advaita Acharya is saying, Krishna Das Abhimane ye Ananda Sindhu, Koti Brahma Sukha Nahe Tara Ek Bindu. This conception of servitude to Shri Krishna generates such an ocean of joy in the soul that even the joy of oneness with the Supreme, with the Absolute, if multiplied by 10 million times, like that description is given, cannot be compared to even a drop of it. Muniye Chaitanya Das Ar Nityananda Das Bhava Samanahi Anyatak Ananda Anyatra Ananda. So he says Nityananda and I, Advaita Acharya is saying that we are servants of Lord Chaitanya. Nowhere else is there such a joy as that which is tasted in this emotion of servitude. Parama Prayasa Lakshmi Hridaya Vasita Teno Dasya Sukam Mage Kariya Manita. What is that? Actually, Lakshmi is always residing in the heart of Sri Krishna. But even she is desiring, the most beloved goddess of fortune resides on the chest of Sri Krishna. Yet she too earnestly is praying, begs for the joy of service at his lotus feet. Dasya Bhava Anandita Parishada Gana Vidhi Bhava Narada Arasukha Sanatana. So all these associates of Sri Krishna, Brahma, Shiva, Narada, Sukha, Sukadev, Sanatan Goswami, are pleased in this sentiment of servitude. Nityananda Avaduta Sabata Agala Chaitanyera Dasa Prema Hayala Pagala. So in this mood of wandering, like Nityananda Prabhu was wandering like a mendicant. But he was the foremost associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But he became mad in ecstasy in this mood of service to Lord Chaitanya. So like that, Srivas, Haridas, Ramdas, Gadadhar. Of course, while I read Srivas, recently there is one clip being circulated. His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj is chanting the holy name. Kirtan he is doing. I think it is Mayapur Kirtan Mela somewhere. And Srivas Thakur's, now we have Panchatattva, big Vigraha in Mayapur, Chandrodaya Mandir. And Chaitanya, Srivas Thakur's eyes, tears rolling down the cheeks of Srivas Thakur. So we have to understand it is not just Murti or it is not just metal. Radha and Krishna, Radha Gopinath is personally standing here. Nitai Gaur Chandra personally standing. So when Jayapataka Swami Maharaj was doing Kirtan, their eyes, tears rolled down their eyes. So here it is said, Shivas, Haridas, Ramdas, Gadadhar, Murari, Mukunda, Chandrasekhara, what is that? Vakreshwara. They all are glorious. They are all big scholars, learned scholars and pandits. But still they are attracted to this sentiment of servitude to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this makes them mad in ecstasy. Of course, this is very high level of sentiment and ecstasy, which is, we are miserable trying to enjoy our senses. And for us to understand this, I'm just reading it so that at least we know where to go. Ek mata gaya nache kare atahasa loka upadesha hoi chaitanya radas. Thus they dance, sing, laugh like madmen, and they instruct everyone, just be loving servants of Lord Chaitanya. So we see here also, devotees are going all the way, chanting the glories of Lord Krishna and requesting everybody to chant. Everybody who comes, the first time we meet somebody, we just request them to chant the holy name. Because there is nothing more ecstatic than just chanting the holy name of the Lord. Krishna prema hai ek apurva prabhava. Guru sama lagu ke karaya dasya bhava. So love of Krishna has this one unique effect. It imbues superiors, equals and inferiors with the spirit of service to Lord Krishna. It doesn't matter you are a senior person or you are a new devotee or you have just come into Krishna consciousness or you are there from last 2 lifetimes. It doesn't matter. The only bhava is service. And the pleasure you get by this service, one is Parakya Ras and one is Pancharatrika Vidhi. You follow 4 regulative principles, chant the holy name, engage in. So this Krishna Prem, just chanting the holy name gives you the highest perfection of life. Once I was just talking to our Shamananda Prabhu. I was saying, just this humility, just become humble. It is very disturbing. so Shamananda Prabhu said a very nice statement. He said, yes, Gaudiya Sampradaya is like that. We consider ourselves the most fallen. But we will not settle for anything less than Krishna Prem. And that also Madhurya Ras. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to propagate the topmost philosophy of Madhurya Ras. So it is far beyond our imagination and understanding. But still, just by chanting the holy name of the Lord, you can experience that Madhurya Ras or that Krishna Prem. Of course, I am not the right person to speak all this, but we have seen, we had this Padmavati Mataji. Recently, she left her body. Sometimes when I used to come on the way, I would see her, I would always see her running. Of course, there was a very nice glorification ceremony. And very beautiful devotees had very nice experience and they gave her glorification. She had so much love for Krishna, love for Radha Gopinath. She would come running. So then I used to pick her up on the way and then I used to drop her and she would just immediately go running. She would not speak anything else. Like we spoke of that Brahmana, he would say Ram Ram. She would just say Gopinath, Gopinath, nothing else. She had no other purpose in life. And of course, she achieved perfection. So basically, sometimes we see devotees, they look very ordinary. They might not be big preachers or big achievers like that in that sense, but they have achieved the perfection of life. They have gone back to Godhead just by this attitude of service. Whatever position you are, if you cannot develop this attitude and taste for servitude, it is all futile, waste of time. That is what Srila Prabhupada says in this purport. If you don't achieve this attitude of service, service to devotees, service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, all your endeavor is futile. So, here Advaita Acharya is saying, please listen to the examples I will give. Then he starts speaking about great realized souls. So then he starts speaking of Nanda Maharaj. He starts speaking of Vraja. Nanda Maharaj appeared as Krishna's father. But still, his desire was, how can I serve Krishna? How can I follow at the lotus feet of Krishna? So, he had parental affection. He had come in that bhav of parental affection. But still the whole desire was just to serve Sri Krishna. Even as a small child, he just wanted to serve Sri Krishna. Teno rati mati mage Krishnera charana tahara Shri Mukha Vani tahata pramana. He says, he too prays for attachment and devotion to the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, as the words from his own mouth give evidence. So Uddhava, Krishna, when Krishna is talking to Uddhava, Krishna is saying, please hear what I am telling you. He said, please hear, in truth Krishna is my son. Who is telling? Nanda Maharaj is telling Uddhava, Krishna is my son. But even if you think that he is God, I would still bear towards him my own feeling of my son. But still he is praying what? He is accepting he is my son. I am his father, I have to protect him. Nanda Maharaj is saying. But still, my mind is just attached to your Lord's lotus feet, he is saying. He is telling this thing. Manaso vritaya nahasuya Krishna padma ambuja vacho bibidyanti naman. So he is telling that my mind be attached to the lotus feet of Krishna. May my tongue always chant his holy name. And may our bodies lie prostrated before him. So that is engaging the whole body. Your mind is the most disturbing factor in our body. So if you just engage this mind in the service of the lotus feet of Krishna, your tongue in glorification of Krishna, and your body just always prostrated in front of the beautiful form of Shri Radha Gopinath. So whatever we wander, wherever we wander in this material world or universe, wherever we go due to our karma and whatever body we take, so it's all by the will of the Lord. Everything happens by the will of the Lord. May our auspicious activities cause our attraction to Krishna. So our whatever activities we do must cause attraction to Krishna. So Srila Prabhupada always said, accept what is favorable and reject what is unfavorable. Favorable for what? Favorable for Krishna Prem, favorable for pleasing Krishna, favorable for serving Krishna, favorable for serving Krishna's devotees. There is nothing more pleasurable or satisfying than this. And of course, Srila Prabhupada ends the purport by saying, that is your self-interest. So he is giving us also thoda good there. It is like, it is in your self-interest. Because Srila Prabhupada realized all of us are so selfish here. So it is in your self-interest. Even to serve Krishna is in your self-interest. Of course it is in your self-interest. Srila Prabhupada is not just saying that. Of course it is in our self-interest. Just by serving Krishna, pleasing Krishna's devotees is in our self-interest. Because Krishna is Ishvara Parama Krishna, Sachidananda Vigraha, Anadir Adir Govinda, Sarva Karana Karanam. Everything Krishna has. 100 Lakshmis, thousands of Lakshmis, lakhs of Lakshmis, millions of Lakshmis serving him. So what is the need? What need he has? Why is he eager for your Rasgulla? But it is for our benefit. Just by offering Krishna, pleasing Krishna, serving Krishna's devotees, we will benefit the most. It is not for his need. It is for our need. It is our need to serve Krishna. So Lord Krishna's friends in Vrindavan, headed by Sridama, are pure fraternal affection for Krishna. Because they don't have the idea of his opulence. Advaita Acharya is telling. They just see him as, you know, or they sit on his shoulder. So see how fortunate they are. They are not ordinary souls. They climb on Krishna's shoulder. But when the time comes, Krishna, Krishna, prahimam. Whenever there is any danger, they call out for Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, prahimam. Krishna, Krishna, rakshamam. They are completely surrendered. They are always in this mood of servitude of Krishna. So, Krishna's friends, Krishna's well-wishers, everybody wants to serve Krishna. Then Advaita Acharya goes little ahead. He speaks of Krishna's girlfriends, Vraja Gopis. Even they are like that. Narada Muni comes to, Narada Muni has this very nice pastime. Like, Narada Muni comes to all the demigods and says, Krishna has a headache. So you please give the dust of your lotus feet. So if Krishna applies the dust of your lotus feet on his head, he will become okay. So they say, oh, you have gone mad. You want to go to hell? You want us to go to hell? We will give our dust to Krishna. Not possible. So then Narad Muni goes to Brajbhumi, the gopis. So when they go to gopis, His Holiness Radhanath Swami explains that they start scraping their feet immediately to give dust to Narada Muni. Immediately go and give it to Krishna so that his headache is relieved. So they say, you know what will happen? You will all go to hell. Arey, no problem. There is no problem in going to hell if it gives relief to Krishna even for a second. If the dust of our feet gives Krishna relief from his headache even for a second, we are ready to go to hell forever. So that is Krishna Prem. That is the love they have for Krishna. So of course, this is a whole chapter. Though then he speaks of Dwarkavasis, Rukmani. Then of course, then he speaks of Radharani, the topmost gopi. The love Radharani had, nobody could assume or fathom to have that kind of love. So even Krishna was bewildered by that love. So he wanted to experience that love. So that's why he came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to experience the love Radharani had for Krishna. Though then Advaita Acharya speaks of Dwarkavasis. Dwarkate Rukmi Adi Eteka Mahisi Tanharo Apayeka Mana Krishna Dasi. So Dwarka Dham, all the queens headed by Rukmini also considered themselves as maid servants of Krishna. Everybody is considering that. Everybody is considering themselves maid servants of Krishna. So of course this is very nice. And then from Dwarkavasi, Advaita Acharya is speaking of Balram. He says, Anera ek kata Baladeva Mahashaya Andra Bhava Suddha Sakya Vatsalyadi Maya. What to speak of others? Even Lord Balram, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is full of emotions like pure friend and parental love. He also considers himself a servant of Krishna. Indeed, who is there who does not have this conception of being a servant of Krishna? Then Advaita Acharya goes to say, Sahasra vadane yeno shesha shankarshana dasadeha dari kare krishnera sevana. He who is Shesha, Shankarshana, with these thousands of mouth, serves Shiv Krishna by assuming 10 forms. To Rudra, Sadashiv, everybody, all the demigods want to serve Krishna and his lotus feet. Teno karena Krishnera dasya pratihasa, nirantara kahe Shiva muni Krishna das. Lord Shiva is saying, he also desires only to be a servant of Lord Krishna. Shri Sadashiva always says, I am servant of Shri Krishna. Krishna Pema Unmata Vihala Digambara. Shiva is called Digambara. Krishna prema unmata vihala Digambara. Krishna guna lila gaye nache nirantara. Intoxicated by ecstatic love for Sri Krishna, he becomes overwhelmed and incessantly dances without clothes and sings about Lord Sri Krishna's qualities and pastimes. Of course, this is never ending. So, Pita Mata Guru Saka Bhava Kena Nai Krishna Premera Swabhava Dasya Bhava Se Karai. All the emotions, whether those are fathers, mothers, teachers or friends, are full of sentiments of servitude. This is the nature of love of Krishna. Ek Krishna Sarva Seva Jagata Ishwara. Ek Krishna Sarva Seva Jagata Ishwara. Arayata Sab Tandra Seva Kanuchara. Sevaka Anuchara. So he said, Lord Krishna, the one master and the Lord of the universe, is worthy of being served by everyone. Indeed, everyone is servant of his servants. Then Advaita Acharya goes to say, Sei Krishna Avatima Chaitanya Ishwara Eta Eva Arasab Tandra Kinkara. The same Lord Krishna appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Everyone therefore is his servant. Ekamana ekana mane sab tandra das. Yena mane tara hai se papenash. Just by accepting, somehow accept him, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whereas others do not. Yet everyone is his servant. One who does not accept him, however, will be ruined by his sinful activities. Advaita Acharya is saying. Then of course, I'll just end with this shloka. Then he says, Chaitanyera Dasa Muni, Chaitanyera Das. Chaitanyera Dasa Muni, Tandra Dasera Das. I am a servant of Lord Chaitanya. I am a servant of Lord Chaitanya. I am the servant of his servant. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki. I will just end with two quotes of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. There are a lot of quotes, but there are two quotes. One quote is for knowledge and one quote is for holy name. So knowledge, His Holiness says, knowledge means to know that I am helpless in this world. And only power of God can save me. And holy name, he says, chanting the holy name is the most powerful way to purify the heart and awaken love of God, Krishna Prem. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki, Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Jai. Hare Krishna.